All right, everybody, good evening, and thank you so much for joining us tonight. We are here to chat with you about our Hydrate and Elevate opportunity. It's a new era of health, wealth, and freedom. Maybe you came here through a friend on Facebook, maybe somebody you work with in healthcare, or maybe you came in through an ad. However, you came to us, we're so glad that you're here, and we're going to dive right into it. Oops. All right, what we're going to cover today is the mindset shifts. They're going to help you realize that you are meant for more and you're meant to have more in this life. The ultimate health and wealth opportunity that you're probably so anxious to hear what we have to share with you, the ultimate or how to leverage that offer, and the first step in the freedom that you desire. We're going to go over the next steps after once we finish the presentation. And then if we have some time, we will go over questions and answers. We do have to put this in here. This is an income earnings disclaimer. I'm not going to read the entire thing to you. You can come back later if you have access to the recording, pause it, read it if you would like. But basically, we're just saying that no income is guaranteed. Our stories and what we earn and what you would earn if you come in and join us is based on your consistency, your efforts, and your due diligence to your business. It is not Nothing is guaranteed to you. All right, so for those of you who do not know me, I'm going to tell you a little about my story. My name is Allie Hoffman. I've been a nurse now for 10 years. It's crazy to say that. Time flies. I spent most of my career in the cardiac ICU. I did bounce around a little bit, and I turned stay-at-home mom, and now I'm a business owner. But before I got here, I actually had planned on going back to school. Like I had my heart set on going to CRNA school. That was my plan A. I didn't have a plan B. Well, God had other plans for me. I went and did traveling. I actually started traveling like 3 weeks before the COVID pandemic completely popped off, and I was in COVID ICU. It completely turned my world upside down and just really, unfortunately, destroyed my love for critical care. I really fell out of love. I was just so burnt out, and just my whole perspective on like life really changed. I know that I'm not alone in that. I know there's a lot of other people out there who probably feel the same way. Um, and so that just rocked my world. I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I can't go through with this plan of going back to school. And so I didn't really know. I just continued to travel. I transitioned into PACU, so that was a little bit better. But then I ended up becoming a mom. And so as a mom, I ended up being a stay-at-home mom, but I didn't want to do that at first. I've always been a very career-oriented, independent, like I've always liked to work. And I actually was really happy where I was at the time with my job, but I tried to go back PRN after my maternity leave. And as the mothers know, that's very hard. And it just didn't work out. We didn't have childcare, we didn't have any help. And it was just more frustrating and stressful for my husband and I than what it was worth. And so that's when we made the decision for our family for me to be a stay-at-home mom. But I still had that desire, that fire in my belly to be able to help others. And I even tried to get a remote, like traditional nursing job. I hired a coach. That didn't work for me either. It was very frustrating. I feel like I tried everything. I just needed something that I could do at home, flexible around my child, and just to be able to be there for my family. Well, I got into low ticket network marketing, did that for a little while, and that was kind of like my launch pad coming into what I do now. And as soon as I saw this opportunity, you guys, like it was a no-brainer for me. I was like, absolutely. It would be stupid for me not to do this. So I dove right in, and then here we are. So we're going to keep it moving, but I feel like all of those things were just really, really important to share so you can really, truly understand who I am, where I came from, and then kind of where I am now. I'm going to turn it over to Abby.
All right. Hello. I am Abby Howard, and a little bit about me. So, I am a wife and dog mama. And some things that make me feel alive in life are family, friends, gardening, biking, hiking, kayaking, herbalism, holistics, traveling, and so much more. Over these past couple of years, I've really gotten to dive into my passions, and so I have a lot of them. And then things that don't sit right with me are corporations, being limited financially, and working all of my time for somebody else's dream. So, me personally, I've been an RN for 5 years now, either in the ICU, I did that for 4 years, and then this past year, I've been in interventional radiology, and I am a PRN princess. I've been PRN for 3 years now. So, my journey with nursing, I'm just going to dabble into that a little bit, is I was a brand new baby nurse whenever COVID popped off. Like, wasn't even out of training yet. And they basically shoot us out of training, like onto the floor to work. I was like fresh into the ICU, never done healthcare before in my entire life. And I'm getting dumped into this ICU full of COVID. And so as soon as the pandemic simmered down about 2 years later, I was done. I was burnt out, and I said right then and there, the gears started turning in my head. This is not what I want to do for the rest of my life. And so right then and there, I went PRN. So I've been PRN for the last 3 years now. And initially, when I went PRN as a nurse, I immediately was like, okay, how can I make this benefit me the most? How can I work the most or work the least, but make the most? And so I found different nursing gigs and was able to actually open up an LLC by doing that. And so I've been basically a business owner for 3 years now, starting with doing nursing gigs. And then that has later transitioned to this business. And I literally just slid this business right into my LLC as well. So that was super beneficial, super helpful. All the tax benefits that come with anything with LLC and business owning, I have been milking that for the past 3 years, and it is a very, very, very beneficial thing to do for your finances. But that's a little bit of a background from me with all that. And like just in life in general, and I say the things that don't sit right with me, like corporations, being limited financially, working all of my time for someone else's dream. Like even all the way back whenever I was in high school, like I never wanted to like pick one thing to do for the rest of my life that I knew was going to like not really get me where I wanted to be. Like it felt weird to have to pick one thing to do for the rest of my life. That was just a very weird concept for me. And even like back in the day, like I say back in the day, it never sat right with me. I'm like, this is not how life is supposed to go. Like I see my parents working all their life, waiting for retirement. And it just never sat right with me. I'm like, there's something is off about this. Like this isn't how life is supposed to go. There's got to be other stuff out there. And like being PRN, I like also was like searching for something else to do with my life other than being in healthcare, honestly, because it's been so like physically and mentally exhausting over the years, and I'm sure you guys have all felt that too. Then this business falls into place. And I like from how I was feeling back in the day to how I was feeling being burnt out, being PRN, I'm like, this is it. This is the thing that I knew I was going to find later on in life. This is the thing that is going to be able to allow me to work my time for me and not for somebody else. Be financially free and not tied down waiting for retirement the rest of my life. It was like as soon as this opportunity was presented to me, I said, this is it. This is the thing that was out there that was basically waiting for me. So here we are. Long introduction, but that is me. Okay, so with this business opportunity, all right, let's dive into it. So this is for you if you are burnt out from the demands in healthcare, if you feel torn between your job and your family and your personal life, you are underpaid for the work that you do and the time that you trade, if you feel trapped in your schedule and you're passionate about health and wellness. So, kind of think about all these points. Like being in healthcare, I honestly have not talked to anybody in healthcare that isn't burnt out from healthcare. This opportunity is for you if that hits on point one. If you feel torn between your job and your family and your personal life, any kind of job that you work is going to tear you away from your family and your personal life. So you're going to hit on point number two. If you are underpaid for the work that you do and the time that you trade, that's anybody who also has a job. Anyone who has a job is underpaid because, like us as humans, we are worth so much more and we have a lot more like we deserve more out of life, like period. So we're all going to hit on point number three. And then if you feel trapped in a rigid work schedule, that's just basically working for someone else's dream. We're all going to hit on point number four. And if you are passionate about health and wellness, which I hope you are, you have to care about your health if you want to live your life to the fullest. So we're all going to hit on all 5 points here. So if you are looking for a better work-life balance, flexibility in your schedule and your lifestyle, an opportunity to get compensated for what you deserve, and personal growth that healthcare doesn't provide, and a vehicle to achieve overall wellness and helping others do the same. So if you're looking for all that, and if you can tell, this is a complete opposite of what the last slide was, because this is what this opportunity is able to offer. If you're looking for that, you are in the right place. Okay, so why are you here right now? We kind of went over some things of what healthcare doesn't provide for us and just like basically having a job, what doesn't provide for us. And we kind of went over some things that we want more out of life. And so just kind of sit for a second and think like, why are you here? What is going on in your life that has you here? What are you wanting more out of life that has you here? And that rolls over into this. So where are you at right now? Um, think about, like I said, like the situation that like has you to the point to where you're like, okay, I need to find something else for myself. I need to find something else for my future. So take a moment and I kind of want you to just think, if you had to stay in the same position, and I don't mean like nursing position, I mean same position in life right now for the next 5 years, like would that make you feel in 5 years? If you kept going and doing the same thing year after year for the next 5 years, the same struggles, the same loops for the next 5 years, how is that going to make you feel in 5 years? Like, are you going to feel like your cup is full? Are you going to feel like you have enough energy for your family? Are you going to feel like you like finally have income to do the things that you want to do? In 5 years, if we keep going the way that we're going, working the jobs that you're working, I highly doubt you're going to be where you want to be. And so if you take that and you flip it around, where do you want to actually be in 5 years? If you look at your health, your time, your wealth, your family, your mindset, your community, contribution, celebration, with all of those in 5 years, kind of rate yourself now and where you are and where you want those to be in 5 years. And for those of you that are on right now, if you had to keep going for 5 more years in the position that you are right now, like let us know how do you think life would be like for you? How do you think you would be feeling? If you're open to sharing, we're more than happy for comments and engagement. We love engaging. But yeah, take a moment and just think right now, kind of rate yourself 1 to 10. Where are you at with your wealth? Where are you at with your mindset? Where are you at with your family, being able to spend time with your family? And then flip that. And then in 5 years, where would you like to be? Or if you stayed in the same position, where do you think you would be?
Feel free to share in the chat. That's what she meant by sharing, you guys.
Okay, we can go to the next one, Allie. Okay, so this slide says, where do you want to be in 12 months? But we think bigger here. So we go 5 years. Where do you want to be in 5 years? And what needs to change right now for this to happen? Like, what needs to change for your health to be where you want it to be in 5 years? What needs to change for your wealth to be where it needs to be or where you want it to be in 5 years? Family time, contribution, community, all of that.
And one thing to add here, if you don't make any changes and you stay in the same position, are you going to be okay? Are you going to be living the life that you want if nothing changes? That's like the really big thing we're trying to make here.
Mhm. Okay, so this opportunity is all about creating a life of choice for yourself. Um, you are able to choose what you want for your health, your wealth, your time, your flexibility, and this opportunity allows all of that. It is basically has four main priorities. This business opportunity does, and health is definitely the main one. And you'll see more of that whenever they go over the health benefits later on. And wealth, you guys, this opportunity is I don't want to be biased, but it is one of the greatest wealth opportunities out there. And leverage time. So you get to create more time to live your life with more choice and flexibility to follow your own passions and find joy. And so I will say personally, like I had a glimpse of that being like with being PRN, just being able to make a little bit more and work a little bit less. And with this opportunity, like it's even greater than that. Like you actually get to find out what you want to do in life. You get to do those things and you get to be the person that you actually want to be for yourself, for your family, and for your future and location flexibility. You can work on this wherever you are. So that's one of the biggest perks. So the ultimate offer and what is it? It is leveraged. It is something people want, need, and love. It is something that supports people, the planet, and profit. It's high ticket versus low ticket, already established, and it's in the $1 trillion health and wellness company. And you read that right, $1 trillion health and wellness industry. And it's something that pays over 50% in commissions. And so with this, if you think about like low ticket network marketing where people are selling like cleaning products or makeup and things, it's like you have to do a lot of that in order to get a little bit of a profit. But with this being high ticket, and then they also pay out over 50% in commissions, you guys, we are talking thousands of dollars here. Like whenever I say this is one of the my biased opinions, like greatest wealth opportunities out there, like thousands of dollars because it is high ticket and they pay out over 50% in commissions. This business is extreme, or the company is extremely, extremely generous. And whenever we talk about like the next steps that we want to take as being nurses, so a lot of nurses, um, we think, okay, like me, for example, I have my BSN. Typically, and a lot of people that I work with, they want to go get their CRNA or they want to go get their MSN and be an NP or a DNP even. And um, by doing that, it's like you are going deeper into the degree that is already making you unhappy. You are getting deeper into the burnout that is already making you unhappy. And this is something I try to explain to people too. I'm like, why would you go deeper into something that is making you unhappy, thinking that there's going to be a flip side of it, but there's not. There's going to be more burnout. There's going to be your pay might bump up a little bit, but that's it. You're still going to be sitting on a linear pay scale. And a lot of people like with going to school. So you have to go to more school in order to get a higher degree. But with going to school, it's like you're going to be spending years getting a degree, and then your pay is only going to be this much bigger, and you're still going to be working for someone else on a rigid schedule and all of that. And so I like to compare it with this business because with this business, you pay a little bit to go in compared to a lot for school. And so that's a similarity. Like everybody has to invest into something if we want to get greater, right? But with school, you have to invest a lot of money and you're only making a little bit more. With the business, there's a small investment and your income is literally uncapped. And you still invest time into it, but you can learn as fast or as slow as you can or you want. And the opportunity, I know I said uncapped, but it literally is uncapped. Whereas, like, if you go to school, you're going to be capped out at what you make, regardless of what the next degree is that you get. Um, Allie, did you have something you want to add? I feel like I'm forgetting something for that.
Yeah, and another really important point to note is that when you go to school, depending on how long your program is, maybe it's 2 or 3 years or whatever it is, some of them are 3 years. Like I know when I wanted to do CRNA school, it was nearly 3 years. You, depending on the type of role, like you may or may not have to quit your job in CRNA school. They really encourage you, like they basically require you to not work. So not only are you taking loans out for your education and like, going into debt there, and or most people cannot foot that bill, right? So they're having to borrow money. You're also having to pay to live, right? Unless you have like a spouse or somebody that like takes care of you. So you're not only taking out that money, to get your education, but you're also waiting X amount of years until you can actually earn money versus like this, it's more of a situation where you earn as you learn, like and like Abby said too, to her point, is that you can do this alongside of a full-time job and do it at your own pace. It's not like, oh, I have to do this assignment by this certain time. I have to, oh, I have a test, or oh, I'm gonna fail if I, like don't study or whatever. Like, yes, of course you have to come into this and show up and do the work, but I mean, it's definitely not like that where it's not on like such a rigid like schedule, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and like I know everyone gets like weary whenever it comes to it, like investing anything, but whenever it comes to dropping tens of thousands of dollars on school, people do it in a heartbeat. And so it's just kind of like a mindset shift where like investing is not a bad thing. It just depends on what you invest in. And so if you invest in school, it's like you're going to be spending tens of thousands of dollars and you're only going to be making this much more. You're still going to have to succumb to somebody else's schedule, and you're still going to be in that burnout that you were trying to escape from. Whereas if you invest into a business, the amount is this much, and you have uncapped pay, and like you work on your own terms. And so like investing is not a bad thing. It just depends on what you invest in and where you want to put your time and your money and your energy. Okay, and so to kind of roll over off of that, whenever I was talking about like linear income and leveraged income, so like working as a nurse, like working, a W-2 job in a hospital, like that is linear income. Like the scale only ever goes like this. It's linear. You work your hours, you get paid a certain amount per hour. It's a flat line there. It's and I know they have caps on nursing pay, so whenever you're 65 years old, you might be up here. That's about it, but it's still going to be that linear scale. Whereas with leveraged income, you literally make money off of the time that you put into things. And so, especially with the compensation plan that this business has, like it compounds on itself exponentially. And so with leveraged income, the time that you put into it, you can literally make your income like shoot up like this. And with linear income also, it's like when you stop working, the money stops coming. So like if you were laid off next week, your money stops, period. But with leveraged income, you can build it up to where if you need to take a week off, then money is still going to be rolling in the background and the business is still going to be rolling in the background. Obviously, that takes time to build it up like that. That is not something that's going to happen right off of the bat. Um, but that is what leveraged income can offer you, whereas linear income, working a W-2 job, working for somebody else cannot. Um, there was something else I was going to say about that, but I cannot remember what it was. Oh yeah, so we just went to the business's 51st convention a couple weeks ago, and there was a quote that was said there that like stuck to me super like I cannot stop thinking about this quote whenever I think about this business is money flows where energy goes. Money flows where energy goes. So if you are putting your energy into your nursing job, that is where the money is going to flow from. If you are putting energy into this business, that is where money is going to flow to. Um, and so, like, why would you not want to put your energy into something that has leveraged income, where something that does not have a straight scale of an income? If you put your energy into something that is leveraged, you can literally bring your income up like this. And so right now with the job that you are working or whatever your role is, are you earning leveraged income or are you earning linear income? With my PRN nursing gig, it is linear. With this business, it is leveraged.
Chances are every person that's watching this right now, whether you're on here live or you're watching the recording, I'm 95% sure you're probably earning linear income, and that's why you're here to learn about the leveraged income model.
Okay. I think that's you, Allie.
I'm just going to check the chat here really quick. Yeah, linear PRN nurse. Yeah, thank you, Shannon. And welcome, by the way. I saw you come on, but I didn't want to interrupt Abby. So thank you so much for joining us. I'm glad that you were able to hop on. So feel free to utilize the chat to engage, when we ask questions and stuff like that. It's you'll get more out of this if you participate. So thank you for being here. All right. So we're going to talk about creating your own offer versus affiliating with one. So there's a lot of opportunities out there, especially nowadays with just all these different things online. There's a lot of noise. So sometimes it's hard to know like what truly is, what's a scam and what's not. First of all, I feel like a lot of people say that, which understandable. I get it. It's understandable that people are skeptical. But also like, wondering like, okay, if you want to start a business, like, should I go for like the brick and mortar type situation or affiliating with something like what we do? And, then it's already pretty much done for you. So we're going to break down like the comparison of those right now. And as somebody who has been in the online space for a while and I've looked into a lot of opportunities, I've tried out a few myself, but I've looked into a lot of them. And I can honestly say, again, I know I'm biased, but I can honestly say that like this is the real deal. And you're going to see why. So if you were to create your own offer, it's a very high investment, upwards of like multiple six figures. And so like, you would have to go and get, a loan or investing or whatever. Most people don't just have that money laying around. In many other online businesses, you have to wear all the hats. Like if you, for example, if you have like, excuse me, an Etsy shop, for example, you're making all the products, you're, shipping them and, doing any other like marketing and, probably your accounting type stuff. I don't know what all goes into that because I don't do that, but that's just an example. Like you're having to wear all the hats and like training yourself. It takes a lot of time to build something like that. A product that works and converts, like something that you create that hasn't already been done and that like is really going to do well. Because I mean, most businesses fail within like the first couple years, to be honest. Most businesses don't profit until like the first 3 to 5 years, like I said, and that's why a lot of them end up failing. And you're often working alone, and you're not, and you end up having. Sorry, I feel like I have a frog in my throat. I need to drink some water. Sorry. Goodness. You're often working alone unless you're able to invest into high mastermind costs, and again, like if you're already kind of like trying to get your business off the ground, like trying to invest in masterminds is probably going to be more of a stretch than you would want to go. So with affiliating with an offer, like the one that we affiliate with, there's a lower upfront investment. You have access to valuable tools and resources so you can focus on building your business. You're not having to, do everything. You're not having to reinvent the wheel, which is a huge, huge thing. Like you come in, you plug in, you're given everything, like things that are duplicatable. It's been proven that that's been worked, it's worked on with for many other people. So you're not having to figure any of that out on your own. We partner with a product that literally everybody wants and needs. We profit after 3 to 5 sales, you guys. Only 3 to 5 sales. It takes us to be in profit in the green. Like that is very powerful versus like 3 to 5 years. With it being a lower investment and it's taking us less time to profit, which is so powerful. And then it also has like Abby was speaking on just a minute ago, it also has the opportunity to be able to generate that leveraged income. You're putting in the work on the front end, but in years to come, like for example, I've been doing this for a little bit and now I'm starting to see that leveraged income and years to come, I will continue to see that because I've put in the work. And so you also have the ability to collaborate here with like-minded individuals inside the community. And so you're not doing it alone. You're not having to invest in, extra masterminds and such. So this is the offer that we partner with. We partner with Enagic. And so Enagic is a 51-year-old wellness company with true impact products. And Enagic really focus on the entire health system with four products that enhance your health. They give you the chance to unlock abundant wealth in your life and then also protect the environment. And what I'm going to get into in a minute here, you see it says generational wealth. So you're probably wondering, what is that? So you are able to unlock a highly profitable commission structure that offers generational wealth opportunities for you and your family. And what that means is think about generation, the word generation. That means you have the opportunity to literally have generational wealth, which means it's something that you can pass along to your children, you can will to your children, and you can actually will that down for three generations. And we're going to get that into that in just a minute here. I think that might be the next slide. Oh, no, not yet. In just a couple minutes, we'll get into that. So we're literally matching the solution to the problem. So like look at this slide here, you guys. The two most Googled questions right now are literally, how do I create extra income? Okay. And how do I improve my health and wellness or health and well-being? I mean, it's no secret that inflation is continuing. It started it started months ago and it's just continuing. I mean, the prices of everything, like people are struggling and multiple streams of income are no longer a luxury, like they're literally a necessity. And I talk to so many healthcare workers, nurses specifically, and like they're picking up all these extra shifts just to make ends meet. They're burning the candle at both ends. They're busting their butt just to make ends meet for their family. They're missing time with their families, not able to go to like their kids' baseball games and all their functions and stuff just to be able to make ends meet. And like there's got to be a better way, right? That's probably what people are thinking, and like that's literally what this is. And then also, we all know, right, especially after the COVID pandemic, everybody is getting a little bit, more, it's slowly happening, I think, which is really cool. But people are more aware of health and wellness and trying to be healthy. And so like literally we're solving both of those problems with this offer that we have. So like people out there have those pain points, like I said here, this 1, 2, and 3, they have those pain points. We're connecting them with the solution that we have. And then whenever they become a client of yours, you end up getting commissions. All right, so don't get too caught up in the names at the top, like trifecta and fast track and quad. This is just like an example of commissions that is possible here with this opportunity. Like, just take a look at it for a minute. I mean, like, look at how much money you could be making. And this is just on one sale, you guys, one client. So if you look up, and again, don't get too caught up on like the ranks, but this is just to show you guys what is possible. So you can see here that, having a 10, 15, $20,000 month is very, very possible. It really doesn't take, as much as you would think. And as a nurse, I know I used to like never even dream of like having not even a $10,000 month. Like I didn't even think that was possible. Granted like 20 or $50,000 month. I mean, people are doing that in this community, and in this company, and it's really incredible. So wanted to share this. And I mean, look at that when you get up there, and that is just one person. So, like, really, really like soak in and like understand that this is possible and this is very real. I know when I saw these numbers for the first time, I was like, oh my gosh. Because again, I just like did never fathom that even I could make $10,000 a month, granted, more than that. Who here wants to make $10,000 or more a month? Share in the chat if you want to make $10,000 a month. $20,000 a month without having to bust your butt as a bedside nurse and be away from your family all the time. Yes. I mean, who doesn't, right? Yes. Yes, ladies, put in the chat right now, how much money do you want to make per month? What is your income goal? 100K a month. Yes. Yes, amazing. Let's go. 100K. It's possible with this. It is. Thank you for sharing. We're going to keep it moving. Oops. My clicker is very sensitive, as you guys have probably already noticed. Okay. So, we're going to touch on the generational wealth that I spoke on a minute ago. So, this is the pathway to generational wealth with our company. They also provide profit sharing, title, and monthly and quarterly bonuses. So, the commissions that you saw on the previous page, those are not including any of this stuff right here, not including, when you get up to these ranks, you're getting those monthly and quarterly bonuses. So the bonuses are just the amount that they just stack up on each other. Like, again, this is how like these six, 5, 6 figure months are possible. So don't get too caught up in the ranks here, but as you can see, like once you hit the rank of 6A, you do get a bonus, and that is considered like the first big leadership rank. And then once you hit this one right here, 6A2, you'll get another bonus. And again, it just continues to increase as you go up. But this one right here is a really important one to note because 6A2-3 is what we call once you've reached legacy. That's what most people will call it, is a legacy rank, because once you hit this, you are automatically guaranteed you're going to earn $5,000 a month for the rest of your life from the company. And this legacy wealth, this is the generational wealth I was talking about a minute ago. That you can will down to your children, and then like the next 3 generations this can be willed to. Like, let's just let that soak in for a minute. Like, if you're on here and you have children, like, can you imagine having something that you can leave to your kids, like when you're gone, like that they're going to be taken care of? Like I've seen a quote, I forget exactly, I'm probably going to mess it up, but it was like, I want to, leave a legacy of like wealth and, being healed and, land versus like, like leaving like poverty and, what was the other one? I can't think of it, but I think you guys understand like what I'm trying to say, right? Does that vibe with anybody? Like, let me know in the comment in the chat. Like, do you guys get what I'm trying to say? But just imagine, if you're a parent, I know that's something that really stuck out to me. I'm a mom. And I was like, wow, like this is something that I know that I'm capable of achieving, right? You have to believe in yourself. Number one, you have to have that belief. And if you're in healthcare, if you're a healthcare worker and or a parent, like you can do anything. So like this is possible for everybody. It is. It's possible for everybody. You might be looking at this right now and be thinking, oh, only like 1 or 2 people at the top, only 1 or 2 people in the company do that. That's not true at all. There's a lot. I don't know the exact number, but I mean, Abby and I saw all these people at the convention last month getting awarded for these legacy positions. And some of these people have multiple legacy positions. So can you imagine having multiple positions and you're getting all these bonuses every single month and you're getting all of these, monthlies for life, and they stack up on each other? That is how people are literally having like $100,000 months, $150,000 months. I mean, like it's possible here, you guys. When Abby said uncapped income, she meant it's uncapped income. I'm just going to check the chat really quick. Yes, 100K. It does. I know. It's amazing. Amazing. So yeah, really, really think about this, you guys. If you are a parent or if you want to be a parent, if plan on having children someday, think about how powerful this could be, for your family. Just this alone. I know that this part of the compensation plan is like a really big hell yes for a lot of people. When people see this, they're like, okay, that's it. This is in the bag type thing. All right, I'm gonna turn it over to Abby now.
Okay. Yeah, I just want to kind of stack on what Ali said about being at convention and seeing so many people like hit different like high ranks and all the legacy and the monthly bonuses like or the bonuses. And like the thing that like blows my mind is like I knew there was quarterly bonuses, but I never really like I guess it took in that there was like monthly bonuses too once you get up there, and like it just compounds and compounds and compounds. And so it's like why not, right? And then like what Ali was talking about, like wanting to be a parent, like that is like my goal number one is never having to have to leave my future children in order to go back to work. And so like this business is absolutely going to allow me to do that. Okay, so how we are going to make sales with this business. Super simple process is you share the offer with others either organically or through paid advertising. And like even today, I had people reach out to me organically and ask about what I was talking about on my post. And then also I had a lot of people find me through ads. And then you just invite them to watch these web classes or the live calls, webinars, whatever we have going on right now. You just send the invite and then like they show up to the web class, give it a watch. And then at the end, you'll see like Allie will set you up with your next steps. And it's literally just booking a call with whoever invited you here. And then the next step after that is you pick out your products, you activate your business ID, and then you get to launch your business and you receive mentorship. The really cool thing about this, which I think you guys will get into more on tomorrow, is like I know this seems new and I know this seems scary. And like for a lot of people have never done anything like this before, so you're thinking, oh my gosh, like launch your business. It's literally laid out for you step by step. It's broken down into like really digestible verbiage. They like it's literally shown to you like what to do and how to do it in step by step format. And so it's super easy to get through to launch your own business. I myself was brain new to all this and it was just super helpful because I'd never done anything like this before. And so, and with the mentorships, Allie will also get into that later on. Those are also super beneficial when you're brand new. And so how and why we automate sales. So with this business, like you're able to set it up, like once you build it up and once you put in the work to where you're going to be able to make sales 24/7. That's going to give you that time flexibility. You get to let the systems work for you. And then also we have it, or not, I don't want to say we, but like the business, the company like has it set up to where sales calls are done for you. And like with us on our team here, we coach you and guide you and literally will help you do your first $75,000 worth of sales so that by the time you hit $75,000, like you are well versed on like how to do it yourself. And even if you don't want to do it yourself, there is an option that our business community has to where it's called a IPA service where they can still do your business calls for you if you're just not somebody that like wants to do that. You can literally leverage the resources here and then have that done for you, or you can do them yourself. It's literally up to you. You get to run it however you want to run it. But it's all about automation, getting that time flexibility back, and then getting it set up to where you're making sales 24/7 in the background while you're sleeping, while you're on vacation, all that stuff.
Absolutely. And I wanted to touch on one thing before we move on about how, Abby mentioned we are closing your first $75,000 worth of sales. And of course, that goes from person to person. If you need a little bit more time, after that, if you're still not feeling comfortable, which most people are, but if you aren't, we work with you. And even if you're ready before that, then great. But just know that you have that support. We're not throwing you to the wolves, and it's an earn as you learn type situation. So, say, for example, somebody comes in and joins me and I close their sales, those first, however many sales ends up being $75,000. I'm going to I'm going to earn a portion of that just depending on how things work out. And then that person's still going to earn that money, but their mentor is closing that sale for them. So I just think that that's so powerful that it's an earn as you learn type situation. So I just wanted to add that in.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, so next steps after like being on this live call now is to is what we call a discovery call with the person that invited you here. And so you would reach out to your sponsor today, book your discovery call within the next 24 hours, and you would complete your discovery process, which is just like a series of a couple questions to get really clear on like what you want out of life and what you would like this business to actually literally do for you in life. And then you get started right after that. So it's super easy process. But yeah, main thing is your like first next step is to book your discovery call with the person that invited you here within the next 24 hours.
All right, I'm going to take back over here. And before I touch on the rest of my piece with the community and everything, as you can see here, a beautiful photo from convention. I forgot to say this at the beginning, but on the discovery process, just like you're here tonight, I'm celebrating everybody who's plugging into this, whether you're here live or I'm celebrating you for watching the recording, because there's all of us, let's be honest, all of us are, scrolling social media and some of us binge Netflix and whatever. By you coming here, whether again, live or recording, you're plugging into something positive that could literally help change the trajectory of your life, other people's lives, your family, your health. So I want to really celebrate you for that, but I also want to really encourage you to continue by going on to complete the discovery process by booking your call with whoever invited you here, because don't take this life lightly. I mean, it's a deep process. It's going to have you like think about what you want for the rest of your life, like Abby was saying, and it doesn't cost you anything to go through it. It's completely free, just a little bit of your time. And same with getting on the call with us. It's very valuable information that we walk you through, and it could be life changing for you. So I really just want to encourage you to show up for yourself, do the due diligence, go through the entire process, show up tomorrow for our second part of this, get all of the information. Don't cheat yourself by, cutting out halfway or not showing up tomorrow or, not going through the discovery process or showing up for a call or booking a call or whatever. Like you're only cheating yourself if you decide not to take those steps. So just wanted to pop that in here and also making sure you finish this entire video as well. That's why I said I meant to say at the beginning, but I got excited and I forgot. um so we're going to talk about the community for a second. Like Abby and I mentioned, we went to Enagic's global convention last month, and I mean, when I tell you it was a life-changing experience, I cannot even put it into words. And people used to tell us, when we were talking about going to convention, because it was Abby and I's first time, they're like, we just can't put it into words. Like, you just have to be there. And like, now we both understand. I mean, it was life changing. I know that sounds kind of dramatic, but like, it's true. It's true. And you can see this beautiful photo of our group. I mean, it looks like we're having an amazing time. Like, it was just, it was awesome. Like, I don't even, like, again, it's hard to put it into words, but we really have something so special here with our, our team, our tight-knit team, but also the global community that we have. We work with people from all over the world. We're collaborating with people from, Australia, Europe, Canada. We have a lot of people in Canada. So anywhere. I mean, this business is global. So you can literally have people join you from around the world. And because it's online and we have these systems for people to plug into, we are all able to collaborate and just really connect and run our business in that way. And yeah, I mean, hold on, let me look at the chat. You can't unsee the success or unfeel the feels. Yes, Abby was saying that about the convention. It really is. I mean, I'm telling you guys, when we saw the amount of people that were being celebrated for those leadership ranks that I had that slide for you guys to see each one for the legacy income. I mean, just mind blown, absolutely mind blown to see how many people are achieving those ranks. Number one, I knew it was a lot. I knew it was like achievable, but just to be able to see that physically and like be in the room, you have to get in the room. I know I'm kind of getting on a tangent, but just because it was so powerful. And also, it was very eye-opening to see the amount of people from other countries like Indonesia and Asia and people, countries that you think are like third world countries, if they're doing it, they're crushing it in this business. They got here, like they had to travel because the convention was in California. They came to the US, like if they're crushing it in their business and they came to the US like for that event, there's no one else has any excuses. Like literally you don't have any excuses not to like come and start this if this is for you, start this and like come in here and absolutely crush it. And I think Abby wrote something else in the chat. Let's see. Oh my gosh, yes. Megan says, I can feel the energy through the picture. Yes, it's true. It really is. Megan, you're going to be there next year. And hopefully, whoever is watching this, you'll be there with us next year too. Abby, did you want to add anything else on the community before I move on? Oops. Abby, did you want to add anything? Okay. She says we're good. All right. Okay, and so we have some testimonials here of other healthcare professionals in our community. I'm not going to read through all of these. If you're watching live, you can come back and look at the recording, take a screenshot of this if you want, or come back and watch the recording and like read through this, which I do recommend. Because we might be going through things kind of quickly. Definitely go through the recording again, or go through the recording if you can. And we're just going to keep it moving. So hold on, I see something in the chat here. Okay, we're good. So I'm going to talk about the bonuses. This is a really, really fun part. So we have some bonuses for people who take fast action. So as Abby mentioned before, with booking your call, those that book their call within 24 hours of this event will receive a gift from us. You will find out what it is whenever you reach out to your sponsor. It looks like that was a typo there, but you'll receive a gift from us. If you complete the discovery process and your call with your sponsor, you will unlock additional bonuses that we will go over with you and offer to you on the call. So you do have to complete the discovery process, get on the call, and then we will end up offering those to you. And I will say that they potentially would be like of cash value, coaching, mentorship, and all of that. I can't say exactly what they would be, but something along those lines that are, valued at hundreds of dollars, if not thousands of dollars. And then completing all of the above will then get you to receive a bonus coaching call with whoever your sponsor is. And that's valued at around $299, sometimes upwards of $500, kind of just depends on the amount of time that you're speaking with them, what you go over and all of that, and this is something that's really going to be tailored to you. I know coaching call sounds kind of vague, but it's meant that way because we really tailor it to the person. So who's excited for the bonuses? Let us know in the chat. Amazing. Abby, do you have anything to add here? Yes, I know. I love being able to give.
Yeah, and like I guess the only thing I want to add is like the bonuses that we give, like what Ali was talking about, like we tailor it to you. Like we really like try to understand like how you want to also run your business. And so the bonuses will like implement that, supplement that, emphasize that. So they are very, very like personalized to get like your business set up and going as quick as you want to in a way that feels really good to you.
Yes, thank you for that addition. This isn't just a bonus pair of scrubs, which I don't think any nursing job I don't think provides the scrubs unless you work in procedural. It's much more valuable than that. Exciting. Shannon says, sorry, I'm doing the dishes, but thank you for the opportunity. Oh, you are so welcome. You're so welcome. I'm glad that you were able to tune in, Shannon, and hear this, and you'll have access to the recording too, so you can go back and watch it if you would like. I recommend it. So this is one of my favorite quotes that I'm going to share with you all. So in order to get your time and your money back, which are like two of the most valuable assets, right, that everybody wants, you must be willing to invest both time and money to do so. Because if you're not changing it, you're choosing it. If you're not changing your situation, you're choosing it. And this call kind of goes back to, when Abby was speaking on, the ultimate offer on really whether you're investing time and money in maybe a business or you're investing it in school, in order to be able to really get your time and your money back, which I know a lot of us like, we want to have control over our time. We want to be able to spend time with our families. We don't want to be limited financially, right? We want to be able to say yes to our kids and yes to this vacation and, just live our life. In order to get that type of freedom and your time and your money back, you're going to have to invest some time and money. Like you're going to have to make some type of change to get that life, and I want you to know that it's so possible. It's not just a pipe dream. It's not, just like, oh, just the one person at the top can do it. Like you can do this. And belief is huge here, you guys. Belief is number one. And so many people that I talk to, they let their lack of belief in themselves and their self-doubt get in the way of them, taking the first step, the next step. going after the life that they want, they desire, and they deserve. If you don't have that belief in yourself right now, I want you to borrow that from me. I want you to borrow it from Abby. And you come to us, we will pour so much belief into you and just build you up until you believe in yourself. And then even after that, we'll continue to like pour into you and really help you believe in yourself. When I first started this, I didn't believe in myself. I didn't, and that's normal. I was afraid it wasn't going to work for me. I had all the fears. But I jumped in anyways. I knew something had to change. Like I was at my wit's end. I knew something had to change. And so I went for it. And so I know this is kind of got on a tangent, but I just feel like, you have to at least take the next step. Don't sell yourself short. Don't cheat yourself. Your future self will thank you. Think about how this could end up changing your life. Your family will thank you. If you say you come into this and you get legacy, you get up to one of the top legacy ranks. Can you imagine how that could change your life, for you and for your family and the future generations? Abby, do you have anything else you want to add?
It's kind of just like where you're at in life right now. So like you get to choose your hard, basically. If you continue on with what you're doing right now, like with the linear and the burnout and everything, like that's a hard. If you like go back to school, you're still going to be earning linear in the end and like maybe might be even more burnt out, like that's a hard. But starting this business, like it's new and different and might be a little scary in the beginning, but in the end, that's an easy. And so you choose your hard. So choose the one that's going to be easy in the end.
Yes, no, that's a great point to share. I know I've heard that from so many people, so many entrepreneurs, a lot of people, top speakers in the industry. And it really is true. Like, are you going to front load your hard and then make it so your life is easier later? Or are you going to continue to work in what's like kind of just comfortable, maybe like your cush guaranteed, which it's not really guaranteed job, but then, later on, like 10 years from now, like your knees are going to be hurting, your back's going to be hurting, you're going to be stuck at that, capped out income, and you're not going to have the control over your time and just all the things. So if you put in the work and make the short-term sacrifices, you will be able to reap the long-term benefits. And that's literally what this opportunity can give to you. And so I want to leave you on this note because I know everybody, I hear this so much, and people say, oh, just someday. I'll do it someday. I'm not going to do it right now. Um, there are 7 days in a week, and some days not one of them. Some days not a day on the calendar. Look on the calendar and let me know if you see where it says someday on there. It's not there. The time is now. Today is the day. Take the next step. Don't cheat yourself. Hop on with us tomorrow, or if you end up having to catch the recording, watch the recording. I'm really excited for tomorrow because we haven't done a product and like water type video for people before. And so I know for me, when I saw this opportunity, yes, the compensation plan really resonated with me in the community, but the water and the science behind the water was just like mind blowing and just really cool for me. And I just nerded out on it. So I'm excited to be able to present that to you all tomorrow. It's going to be myself and my team member, Megan. So join us for that tomorrow. Again, if you need to catch the recording, that's great as well. If you guys have any questions, I think everybody said that they're not able to pop on and ask any questions, so we'll go ahead and skip that. But book your call, reach out to your sponsor. Don't be afraid, just take the next step, and we will see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining us.